So, being groomed as a teenager, something that really at the time that it happens, you don't think it would affect you as hard as it does, and you don't think it would mentally isolate and trap you as much as you thought it would. But also at times, it's something that you didn't even think would get in the way of life. My grooming, more so my mistakes, to be honest, started when I was 14. And it all started with me posting on Reddit, posting my body in a way that a 14-year-old should never have to be seen. And of course, there were people who didn't know, but I would reveal it to some people. And of course, because those people stayed, we have to talk about the implications of those things that happened from the people who stayed and did the things that they did. And of course, I do not blame the people who did not know. They are not groomers. I lied, and I take full responsibility for that. Because how are they supposed to know? I lied about my age, to be specific. One thing that happened to me that is known for groomers to do is a lot of the time I was told I was very grown, and that, stupidly enough, that I was a man. Of course, I didn't believe it, but I still took their compliments. And they tried to make me seem like I could make my own decisions on these types of things, even though I was just a teenager. I was a child. These people, they play with your mind, and they try to make you feel good. They try to do things for you. And you accept it. Even if you know it is wrong at times, you try not to upset them at times. You try to play along. And of course, that's not the right thing to do. The right thing to do would be to back away from them. But of course, I did not do that. I sat there and I just accepted a lot of things, which is why I grew up to be kind of a standoffish person. I tend to argue sometimes. I try to get better at it, to not argue and to work on my attitude, because I have become very defensive, and I think that's because of the barriers that I've put up around myself to not be used again, but to also try and call out when things are wrong, because I did not do so when I was younger. Being groomed can also affect your love life and your date life, because you start to feel like you're not worthy of it, or that you're not ready, because these things happen to you and you feel like you're not emotionally ready for a relationship. Therefore, thoughts come into your head that maybe you won't be ready for some time, or that you'll never be ready for love to actually come your way, for someone to want to love you, because you feel almost nasty that these things happen to you, and angry, and you don't want to spread that to another person. You don't just feel detached from close lovers, but loved ones like friends and family. But in the end, we all need help. And these things happening to you don't mean that you are a bad person or that you're unworthy of love. We can choose to get better. And when we choose to get better, these things will not affect our lives, and they will not get in the way of our decisions. So do not let the suicidal thoughts get to you. Do not let the paranoia get to you, and do not let any of those negative, sad feelings get to your soul. So if you are in need of help, please reach out to any help that you can find, whether it's friends, close families, or certain hotlines or organizations. Please, it is not worth it to struggle alone.